Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie, and it's day 9 of the Advent Tournament. So Phil, it's
The cat farted. Come on.
When he's gotta go, he's gotta go.
Doesn't he know what's at stake today? Today's matchup, number 1 overall seed Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B520 against number 17 overall Wilderness Trail Small Batch Bourbon, the Weller Antique 107 Killer.
And a little surprise. And I got a little dressed up for today.
Because it's the second round?
Because it's the second round.
We are making some real progress. The Barrel Proof Bourbon from bracket number 1, 127 proof. Wilderness Trail at 100 proof.
And this one's exciting because we're both trying the same one.
Yeah, in round 1, we went different directions a lot of the time. But in this first bracket, we chose all the same bottles. Let's get into the nose.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Oh boy.
Are we even? Color?
Even? Oh, I thought you meant did I get enough? Yeah, I got enough.
Oh.
Yeah, the color, I think the Elijah Craig is aged quite a bit longer, so it's probably quite a bit darker.
See, don't cheat. That's cheater. It's
That's
cheater's
cheating?
mentality.
To know what's in them?
Well, I don't, so.
Oh, they both are lovely.
I like the nose on number 2. I'm just
Yeah.
making wild general assumptions on this one.
Glass 1 smells like alcohol and candy. It's a little harsh, but I think once it opens up, it won't be so much. We'll try to swirl a little bit, get some oxygen in there.
I'm just gonna go right into it.
Okay, dig in. The nose on glass 2 is a little bit of caramel. It's actually the sweetness that you smell when you hang out at a brewery. Sort of the spilled beer malt. That's what's on the nose on this one. It's kind of nice. It's like dried caramel. All right, going into glass 1. Glass 1's got that heat.
My first sip of this was pretty smooth actually, but my second sip really brought a little bit more heat to it. I do get a little bit of that caramel that you were smelling on the nose.
I'm gonna have a sip of glass 2 because I have a feeling if I don't do it now, I won't taste anything by the time I'm done with glass 1.
It's funny, we didn't taste these that long ago. And I don't remember.
Oh, that's nice. Glass 2.
Woo! Wow, that is wildly different.
Super different. Glass
Whoa.
2 is ultra sweet.
Whoa.
Like absolutely ultra sweet.
And there is like no kickback on that. Like,
No.
and I'm not saying it doesn't have that nice warm hug that you get. It just so smooth. Woo! That was kind of a nice experience right there.
Very easy drinking. We actually warmed up because we knew that we were going into barrel proof zone today. We warmed up with 108 proof whiskey, and even so, glass 1, super hot.
Yeah.
I'm going back in though because I really like the flavors on it.
I feel like this is going to be a tough one. Do I say this like every video? I swear that I'm saying this every video. But
You just want to cut that right there, and we'll play that at the beginning of every video.
But the reason that I'm saying that is that glass 2, I mean, obviously we just took like 2 sips of each, but glass 2 drank a lot smoother for me. So immediately, of course, you know, all my bells are going off like, I like that one. But glass 1 was a lot hotter, but I liked the flavors.
Yeah, I mean, looking at glass 1, look at the legs on this glass. There is so much going on in here. The brown sugar that shows up, it's not overly dark brown sugar, it's just a nice sweet brown sugar note. It's just carrying with some nice oak on the finish, cinnamon/rye spice in there. It is very consistent. The finish is going to annihilate anything that it goes up against. There's such a strong finish on this glass.
Yeah. So you mentioned that this had kind of a nice spiciness to it, and I agree. It's less sweet to me. I mean, I know that originally I said that there was a lot of caramel in there, but it's almost like a salted caramel or like I don't know, something along those lines.
The first time I tasted this bottle, and it's real obvious which bottle this is.
To him.
The first time I tasted this bottle, that was the tasting note that I got, was salted caramel through and through, 100%. I kept saying that about it because it was unlike anything that I've ever had.
It's so funny. I really like the nose on this, but it's almost, on the glass number 2, it's almost a little bit medicinal smelling. Maybe like a little bit of that cherry syrup or...
Yeah, I just keep going back to the brewery thing. Like the
Oh,
sort of dried
now I
spices
get
that
what
go
you're
in
saying.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the dried spices, dried caramels, just that dried beer malt smell. That's really wild. I didn't encounter that at all in round one.
Huh. The first few sips, number 2 drank really smooth for me. But maybe you're getting in my head with like, you know, I'm thinking about a brewery with like slopping around all the
Not
all
like
the
that.
stuff. But
I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that in a good way. Honestly, the aftertaste, the finish on glass 2 really reminds me.
it's like oaty.
Yeah, like a brown
barley
ale
or something
or a
like-
porter. There's something. There's
Yeah.
some sort of brown ale finish in there.
Ooh, these are both really warm. I'm getting nice and warm in there.
It's so brewery-like. This is crazy on glass 2.
Our brewery friends are now sitting at home going like, well, they gotta go with that one.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm
it's
sure.
compounding. Woo, woo.
It's Billy. Look at you.
It-
Ride it out.
It's
Ride the
almost
wave.
like it's like stuck right in here, trying to make its way. It's trying to make its way through.
Glass 1.
Oh,
For this bourbon, it always drinks a little hot for me, and I actually have occasionally put
Sorry.
a couple. I will occasionally put some water in it to open up the flavors and smooth it out because it can be a little rough. Glass 2, when I've had it, I've gotten butterscotch and caramel and vanilla. Never really noticed anything else on it. I don't know if it's this comparison between the two. Likely it is. It's got some really strange flavors in it today.
I know you're saying some nice things, but look at how like fast I drink versus how slow you drink. Anyway, I know what I'm choosing already, so
Wow.
I'm just pointing that out. But I was, you know, as you were saying that, I was like, geez, he's got so much left. I need to be better about my sips, I guess.
I chew each one for a long time.
It's probably better. That's why you're making more informed decisions versus my off the cuff. Boom, boom, boom.
Look at you, the gunslinging whiskey taster. I'm gonna have another sip. If we're honest, I had my mind made up less than 30 seconds into this tasting.
Well, let's not keep these people waiting. There's a t-shirt on the line. Everybody needs a new t-shirt. Ah, there's the cat.
What?
Buddy, you're everyone's favorite. Come on.
Are you here to make a choice? All right. Make it. What's it gonna be?
I choose.
Put a drum roll there. You're really hanging on.
Well, I mean, it's the second round.
Build that
first
drama.
one. Glass number 1.
Glass number 1.
Yeah.
Same. Yep. Do you want to wager a guess at what that is?
It better be the Elijah Craig. Otherwise, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
I don't know, just from my recollection and just the overall proof of it and the flavor profile, like it was really, you know, there was just a lot going on in that one versus this one, which
I'll be honest, I love
liked
this.
it.
I love the Wilderness Trail.
Yeah.
I really do. It tasted real weird in this environment. It was such a
it
strange,
was kind of a strange matchup.
such a strange matchup.
Yeah.
But let's not forget where that came from. It beat the Weller Antique 107. I have a feeling that either one of those bourbons in this matchup would have been smoked by the Elijah Craig. It's a different class of bourbon. This barrel proof, you know, what could stand up against it? What else is in bracket 1 that's going to stand up to it? I don't really know.
I am curious how I would have felt up against that 107 that I eliminated.
The proof would have been closer. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Oh,
It's
well.
such a tough call.
You
But-
can't look back, only moving forward.
Right. Yeah.
Especially out of this year. So
Yeah.
from wherever he is,
To wherever you are.
cheers. See you tomorrow.